Hey there, hey, Lynn from Nebraska, and just thought I would come to you to share with you some of my latest vintage Chanel finds. I find it so helpful, everything that I learned from all of you guys out there in Chanel land all over the world. And even though I live here in Nebraska and we have no shopping, as we said earlier, right, Sarah?
Yes.
No shopping. We always have access on our phone and of course those amazing hashtags. So just hashtag vintage Chanel. I've found so many wonderful people that are selling vintage finds that are just so trusting and amazing. And look at all of these latest finds. I just absolutely love it. It all started actually right here with this vintage jumbo that I got from Boutique Patina. She does such a good job really finding and curating the best of the best in such great condition because this one is from the early 90s and it's just so beautiful. And you can see with the Chanel hardware, this is the vintage gold, which is of course that buttery kind of deep gold. And then there's gold hardware of today that's still lighter than this. And I'll do another video kind of comparing the different golds, the light gold or champagne hardware, and even the silver. But with the vintage, you can see it's just that deep, deep buttery gold that screams the beautiful 90s. Absolutely love it. But with the jumbo today has a double flap. And you see just the really thick, heavy chain. It's really substantial and heavy. And this one, you can kind of see how it is on me, kind of double strap, and you can even wear it crossbody. And here, let's see inside, really roomy. And because it doesn't have the double flap, it's really, really lightweight and definitely turns heads. A lot of people ask about this one. Where did you get this? So it's just one of my favorites and it's in such great condition and really unusual to find it in the caviar leather. There's quite a few vintage jumbos that you can find that are lambskin, but to have it caviar is much more rare to find. Okay, so some of the other things. This right here is so special. Kind of reminds me of wind chimes. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, it does make a beautiful sound.
Yes, it does. And I have to thank Claire Chanel on YouTube. She showed this as one of the things that her husband Paris got for her when they were dating. You just see it's so beautiful. So this has leather around the edge all around. And you can see it's double-sided. And then this is actually leather. And then there's another one on the other side that's the leather. And then the leather cord. It's just absolutely stunning. This one was really hard to find. I only saw it one place. So, and I got it here in the States and a place in New Orleans. I can't think of the name offhand, but if you're curious where I find it, you can always send me a DM and I can definitely get you in touch with who I got them from. So this was Boutique Patina. And then this was really fun. So here in Omaha, there is a vintage shop where I got the belt, which by the way, belts and necklaces a lot of times can be interchanged, which is great. So you can have multiple uses. And a lot of times necklaces, like the one I have on here that I got from Mrs. Vintage in Hong Kong, you can put around your wrist and use as a bracelet. So a lot of the jewelry pieces can be reworked, which is awesome. And like I said, this belt can also be, put around as a necklace. So I found this just locally here in Omaha. There was an Omaha gal that had a huge collection, and then these as well, these earrings. And those are from the 90s. And so I've got you maybe thinking, why do you have a jewelry loop? Because of my eyes, I can't always see. And now what I've really done a lot of research because, it's like authentic versus fake. And obviously you're wanting to, when you're investing in these pieces, to make sure that they're authentic. And one of the things that I learned is that, especially from like Helen Chanel, you may have seen her online and on Instagram, is that the only thing consistent with Chanel is that they're inconsistent. So the markings aren't always consistent, but you can really tell, like once you get a few pieces, you can really just tell the quality. Like this is exquisite. I mean, it's substantial. And with the markings, you can kind of get to know like the different collections and what to look for. So for instance, like on this one, if I take the little loop here and zoom in. So it's collection 28. And so you think, well, what is that? So I did some Googling to see like, what does this all mean? And so if you Google vintage Chanel markings, you'll find, I actually just have a little note section in my phone where I keep all this so I can go back and take a look at it. Let me find it on here. So I have like with the different turn locks, authentication sites, you know, hardware discussions, and then the jewelry section, Chanel jewelry marks. I found an article in the sprucecrafts.com and then Lollipuff, but I just found it by Googling. So if you have any questions, again, just send me a DM and I can definitely get in touch with those articles. Because kind of the late 90s, early 90s, they do the collection by number, like collection number 23, 24, 25, 26, not necessarily a year. And then right around like 2003, then it actually, let me look on this one, see what it says. Yeah, so this says 93P, so P for Printemps, so this is the spring collection. And these, oh my goodness, so I have, let's talk about what I have on. Yes. so this vintage necklace I got from Mrs. Vintage in Hong Kong, and I love her. If you're looking for a few really special jewelry pieces or like clothing, she has great jackets and great cardigans. So this cardigan is from the 80s, and you can see the beautiful Chanel gold buttons. And again, really great quality. And she's just such a sweetheart to work with. And I actually found her through watching Claire Chanel on YouTube. But so I got this necklace from her. And then I also got this beautiful sweater from her. And these earrings I got actually again from here in Omaha from that same collection. But I wanted to put these on. So these earrings have leather around the edge, just beautifully made. And I love the size. They're super fun. Again.
Hello.
Hello. Do those scream 90s? Oh yeah.
They're perfect.
They're perfect. So love these. And so you may be thinking, well, you know, they're not post. And, you know, how does that work with the clips? And they really are pretty comfortable. And you can, online, you can get some different pads for them. So there's some different ones that you can get just kind of searching on Amazon. And these really aren't tight at all. They're not uncomfortable, but yet I'm not worried about losing them. So they're really, really comfortable to wear. I think my husband at first, he's like, what? I don't remember those except for my grandma. But no, they're fantastic. And most of the vintage pieces do have the clips here. All right, so let's talk about this barrette.
My favorite.
Right?
I'm having a hair moment.
So awesome. Well, and all these pieces, kind of the reason we chose to talk about these is just the beautiful lambskin that they all have. So you've got the lambskin cord of this bracelet, and then it's woven through the belt here. And you can kind of notice, I did actually just got this from the Real, this bracelet. So it just goes on, and then you can kind of squeeze it in here. But you can see it's really, really shiny and in exquisite condition. I mean, really, I wonder if it was even ever worn. And very similar to the belt, but you can see the belt is just a little bit more patinaed. But again, just so substantial and so well made. And I know there's kind of a little bit of controversy out there with the Chanel jewelry today and wondering about the quality and if there's pearls, you know, the pearls falling out. I still buy it because I love it. I love all the new Chanel. But I will say there's really just nothing like the quality of vintage. And just having the gold that's plated, you know, with the real gold. I don't think this is, but it's just, again, that deep patina. And for this belt, I'll come around here. You can see it just comes around here like this. It's so pretty. And I think it really just elevates and really takes any outfit to the next level. Actually, I have a speaking engagement coming up where I've got a red suit. So I'm gonna wear this belt, and I'm gonna wear one of my vintage necklaces, and then the bracelet. So excited about that.
I'm excited for that red outfit.
I'm excited about it too.
You guys have to stay tuned. It's pretty fierce.
And I just love it. I mean, it's so fun. Again, I really feel like it takes any just kind of average outfit, even if you're wearing all black, if you're just wearing a black top and black pants and you put on a belt like this, it just kind of takes the whole outfit to the next level. And, you know, Karl Lagerfeld is gone. And I just feel like, you know, we're never going to see these pieces again. I love new Chanel, but to have something like this and kind of a piece of the past, there's just really nothing like it. And again, even if I just had jeans on and a blouse and just, you know, had this in my hair back here, just kind of taking it to the next level. And then I've also have seen some great images where people have taken necklaces and gone to their hairstylist and had those necklaces woven in with their hair. So Sarah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to
A
do
little
that.
day trip to the beauty salon.
Absolutely. So if you're interested in vintage pieces, definitely check out some of those articles so you can see the markings from early where there maybe isn't any date at all, maybe not even the collection number. It might just say Chanel. But again, you want to look at those markings so that, because there are fakes out there are, and to at least be able to kind of question that. On the other thing I didn't mention is on these vintage bags that have the gold hardware, you can see there's a marking here. And there's even some great articles about those markings. And those markings are specific to where they were actually kind of gilded and made. And those markings aren't on the current Chanel items of today. So that's definitely one of the things that will key you in, along with the serial number, of course. And that's like a whole nother thing and a topic for another day. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you'd like me to do more, and just excited to share some of these vintage finds with you, and look forward to seeing you all again. Thanks.